got any ideas for what video we should film next?
Well, you still haven't filmed your In the Bag this year.
Yeah, you're right. Any other ideas?
Hey, you really need to film that In the Bag. We're almost out of time in 2025.
Yeah. Turns out I wasn't enjoying my 2025 bag very much. So for 2026, I'm very excited. I completely rebuilt my bag, and this is my In the Bag. So I completely rebuilt my bag to try to bring a little more fun back into the game, recapture that je ne sais quoi of what playing disc golf is. So with this in mind, I looked at two major attributes for what to include into my bag. First of all, cool factor. I wanted Frisbees that were either unique or cool looking, or at least cool to me. Like, listen, I'm not like a collector or anything like that, so cool is relative, don't flame me. Secondly, and probably more importantly, I wanted a bag that was a little bit easier to throw. Old age comes for us all, the ligaments aren't what they used to be, whole bunch of injuries, yada yada. So easy to throw means understable flights, which I find fun anyway. So I'm hoping that will also make me enjoy disc golf more in 2026. So the first major change is pretty obvious. I no longer have a backpack bag. Instead I have the One Shoulder Wonder. Now this is a bag that I've used in videos in the past, and I actually found myself drawn to this more and more last year, so I figured why not make it my entire bag. So I believe I've stuffed 12 Frisbees into this. So I'll walk through them now, starting with my putting putter. So at some point in the past, I lost a Ace Run video challenge, and you guys got to pick my putter, and you chose the Pixel. So I'm still putting with these. I'm rocking the Simon line Pixel. So it's cool because it has Simon's name on it, and it's pink, double pink. For my other putters, I have the Proxy still. This is mainly because it's a fantastic disc and it goes dead straight, and I've said all this in the past. It's great. It had to stay in the bag. In addition to the bag, which captures the cool ethos in my opinion, is this G-Star Rhino. Double misprint stamp, and this is G-Star plastic. Way back in the day when I used to be really good at throwing putters, at least in my opinion, I had this old school Pro Rhino. Not the R Pro, Pro Rhino. That was like kind of puddle top and all beat up, and it was just, oh, it's perfect. This is not that, but I'm hoping it can turn into that. Right now it's still a little bit stable on the tail end of the flight. The hand feel is okay, but once again it's G-Star plastic. It will change a lot as I play with it. And then lastly, I almost went without a zone in my bag, but that would be crazy. So instead I just changed the zone. I've got this Ledgestone edition one from Serena's playing days. This one's sweet because Ledgestone takes place in Peoria. That's where I grew up playing and everything. So there's the names of all the parks on the outside, and also is this nice blue color. Next up is the mid-range section of my bag, which has exactly one disc in it. I'm rocking the Erica Stinchcomb Tour Series Peach. It's a pretty sweet color. I guess I just didn't have room for other mids. This one is pretty neutral and can kind of do anything. Nice glide to it. Once again, in the easy to throw category. When I was building this bag for my full-size bag, another thing I was thinking about was brand diversity. Just like different brands that either I hadn't thrown much or people typically don't throw. So that's where Clash came in, and I just loved this disc. I don't know if Clash exists anymore. I'm not super up to date on my disc golf manufacturers at the moment, so maybe this is a collector's item. I don't know, you tell me. All right, my fairway category is also pretty small. I've just got 2 blue bombers in here. First of which has this sweet like sunflower stamp on it. Serena got this at Ledgestone. This is a Discraft Sting. I haven't thrown this for a while, but it feels great in the hand. Looks really nice. And I remember being pretty easy flat to Anheuser disc. But this should be a nice, easy to throw, flippy, fairway. I think this Cicada, this titanium Cicada, should just be a step up off the Sting. I know I love this disc. It can go really far when I throw it hard. Also, I don't need to throw it hard for it to do the flight that it's meant to do. All right, now you would say, hey, if you're trying to throw easy, don't have distance drivers. I'd say, what if half my bag is distance drivers? So I brought back the old school Innova Shrike. Now this particular one doesn't fit the cool factor looks wise, but it is probably historically the furthest flying disc in my bag. At some point I lost a challenge on one of our videos and this got kicked out of my bag for a year. And it just never really came back, but now I need to throw easy as that nostalgia factor for me. I can be like, oh, remember when I used to go far when I threw things? So anyway, the Shrike's back in the bag. I would say this is the Shrike's grown-up cousin, or at least that Shrike's grown-up cousin. And this is the Lat 64 Strive. You may look at the flight numbers and think I'm stupid for making that comparison. Ignore the flight numbers, they're wrong. This is a flippy distance driver. This one's pretty sweet because it's the Project Grip variety. So, you know, kind of got it like that. All right, final two distance drivers. This one I stole from Serena. It's the Lat 64 Grace. It's got this sweet, so it's the Kristen Tatar version. Two-time world champ, got a sweet little wolf on the front. Looks super cool. I think this will be my just like flat to hyzer backhand disc. Additionally, I quite enjoy this disc forehand. So when you only have 12 frisbees, you need your frisbees to do many things. So this, I'm hoping, will do the flat to hyzer both backhand and forehand for me. We'll fill that slot. I've got this Own Duo Destroyer, pink and white. This thing is an absolute beefcake. So this does not fall into the easy to throw category, but it is cool. And also, it's not like I'm trying to get a lot of distance out of this or ever throw a backhand. This I'm planning on being like a more utility for 3/4 flicks, stuff like that, where I can put it on a crazy angle, ton of spin, not a ton of speed, and I know what it will do at the end. Maybe I'll get some skip aces with it. This is also kind of a throwback in style to when I couldn't really throw forehand. So I just took a really beefy disc, put a ton of angle on it, 150-foot hole, good enough. All right, and then lastly, we've got a throwback here. This is a DX Gazelle long range driver. I don't know how long means these days, but this is 148 grams. Should be very easy to throw, pretty unique. And also, this is one of the first frisbees I can remember throwing ever, way back in the day. This is my utility disc. Get some flippy forehands out of it, hopefully. DX Gazelle. All right, so that wraps up my 2026 in the bag. Definitely subject to change, especially with such a limited selection. I'll probably shuffle some in and out. So let me know if you have any suggestions. Thank you all for watching.